Well, we're back here in Iowa. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're doing well. I'm Deuce MS. This is Farmer Deuce. If you're watching later on YouTube, share the channel around. Help me get to 500. We're close. We're bad close. We just hit 3,000 followers on Twitch last week. If you want to be a part of the live action, it's just twitch.tv/DeuceMS. Coming out with me. Monday through Thursday at around 4:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Sometimes it's a little later, sometimes not at all. Depends on what my schedule is for the afternoon. But I try Monday through Thursday. Friday we swap it up and we normally stream just before noon Eastern Time, or just after noon Eastern Time on Fridays on Twitch. I stream on my main YouTube channel Monday through Thursday at around that time. And then Friday night on my main YouTube channel, we do some fun multiplayer stream stuff. So if that interests you, take a look down below, find all the links. Welcome everybody in live chat. Celtic Moon, Bob, Crystal, how's it going? Hope you are well. I think I have our next map picked out for the multiplayer, for our next multiplayer map. East something, I can't remember the name of it now. I'm gonna have to go look at it. I think I like the map though. It looks pretty good. Lots and lots and lots of fields. It should be a good time for all multiplayers involved, hopefully. I think anyway. It may not be fun for everybody, but the map looks good. It's laid out really well. I'm going to do some more testing, of course. It doesn't kick off till this Friday, so we got time. But yeah, it's looking pretty nice. I think it's going to go pretty well. Okay, let's see if we can do this. Yeah, there we go. I was going to say this should drop, as I move forward, should drop just about right. I want to get a little bit of this away from here. Just away from the building so I can actually rake all this up. Then we'll probably just go back across one more time. And do it again. There we go. And yeah, this is going to be silage. That over there is our hay bales, which is all well and good. There we go. All right, now we can run some up and downs here. I would think anyway. Perfect. Off we go. What's up, Target? How's it going? Betrayed Squid, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I think I got our next map picked out. It's down to one of two options. So I considered East Vineland. But I don't think I want to go with that. I think I want to go with something different. So it's been out a while. There's been lots of playthroughs on it, that kind of stuff. So I think we'll just go with something totally different. Probably what we're gonna do. But yeah, I don't know. We'll finish setting it up, and Friday we'll kick it off at around 12:30 noon, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. So. You're getting by. How's the farming? Going pretty well. We got a lot of bales to pick up. Today is just bales, bales, bales. That's all it is today. Probably. I mean, we'll probably get more done than that, but that's kind of where we're at. Why are we missing that whole chunk right there? What is happening right now? What is happening here? Did that actually pick it up? Yeah, it just didn't pick up on the other side for some reason. That is very strange. Okay, that's fine. We can go back and get that later. I'm not too concerned. East Groningen? East Groningen. Yes, that one. I couldn't remember the name of it. I would have to look it up. It's in the MP Chit Chat. That was one of the options. Yeah, it's either that or what was the other one? Buck County or something? Yeah, it's one of those two. I like them both. I think they both have some good features. And there's a lot of fields on both. It gives us plenty of opportunity. So I think that's another pretty big deal that we got to consider. We got to consider how much land there is to purchase. Yeah, Bob, the next set. That thing was really cool, man. Did you watch the video? If you haven't, you should watch the video. It does more than harvest. They're trying to build it so that it will plant, harvest, spray, all in one. Not all at the same time, of course, but you can use the same machine for all three. So you can plant, you can spray, and then you can harvest with the same machine. Very cool, man. And there's only one of them. So that's the only one out there, which is pretty neat too. The Nexat harvester machine. I don't know what it is. It's the Nexat 3160, I think it's called. Very cool piece of machinery though, man. I was super shocked at what that thing was. Gonna be honest, I didn't know what I was getting myself into there, but I was super shocked at what it ended up being. Saw it today with a grain header. Yeah, corn, grains. It's supposed to be able to mow, I think. And the final product is going to be able to plant and then spray fertilizers and whatnot, and then you can harvest with it too later. So, very cool piece of machinery. Very cool piece of machinery. I really hope that gets made into a mod. I think it should be. I think it should be a mod. That thing is so stinking cool, man. All right, just about done with the rowing up here. There we go. All the rowing done. And because we didn't use Courseplay over here, we are going to have to bale all this ourselves, which is fine. It's not a big deal. Looked over for a split second to find a button, and then that happens. Oh, God. See, now I'm running over everything else, too. Still going to try to park this thing in there, though. Maybe. We made it. Somehow. It ain't pretty, but it's in there. And I think next, I do need this trailer, so we're going to have to try to get in there now and just slide it over and hook it up, I reckon. That's probably not going to work, though, is it? Where can you get that windrower? I'm pretty sure it's on Mod Hub. The Coon G something. It may be part of the game, honestly. Yeah, it's just the in-game one. It's the GA 15131. That's the in-game windrow. Check that little guy out. Oh, check all these out for the hay and forage pack. I didn't even check these out when the thing came out. Dude, that's great right there. That's freaking cool. And then, of course, the big boy. That's the one we want in the long run. But, yeah, it's part of the in-game stuff. There, Ian. It's just a factory in-game piece of equipment. All right. Yeah, we got it out of there somehow. All right. I forgot where the cows are sitting. They should be pretty good on everything. Yeah, the chickens are good. Everybody's good. Yeah, we fed everybody and everything last time, I think. So, that's what I thought. All right, let's go run some silage bales now. Might as well just set the cruise on like 4. We'll be here a minute. There we go. Or 2. Yeah, depending on how much grass is there, because this thing's pulling in so much, I think it's going to go super slow. It shouldn't be taking that long though. Something's up with that, but that's okay. We'll get done at some point. It's all good. Got a question. If you wanted to for this series, could you use a bale and pallet storage? I'm guessing you could. Just wondered. So I'm trying to just avoid anything that's like an auto. You know, you set it down and it sucks it into it. So I'm trying not to. But if we weren't switching over to chaff here soon, I would actually be kind of worried. I'm not gonna lie about the amount of bales we'd have to keep on hand, and we probably would. But no, I think we're fine. I think we're fine where we are. Checking the hoses. It looks good with the PTO. Is it turning? It's turning right. I don't know why this thing's going so dang slow though. Normally it's not this slow. Must just be the grass density. I have no clue. No idea what's happening right now. Yeah, we're going to put this field over here to use until we get our other cow pens put down, and we'll stop mowing as we go. But yeah, right now I don't see any reason not to utilize this part of the field. Good, we get a bunch of hay bales over there. We get a few silage bales over here. Looks like we're gonna get quite a few actually. There's 5 already. We get about 6 or 8 per row right here. So 24, 32. We got 32 bales plus a few extras. Not too bad. Well, we have most of the mods we had on the last one. We'll have some of them, but a lot of them aren't crossplay. So we'll probably keep the whatever the harvester pack is. We'll keep it because that's crossplay. But I gotta say, on East Groningen, on East Groningen, you're not going to want big equipment. Not that size. Unless you get the right spot. I'll just say that. It's a pretty tight map. You would be hard-pressed to get that big harvester in most places on that map. But it's going to be on there. So if you want to use it, it's up to you. There's going to be 8 farms set up. So it'll be totally up to you if you want to use it. Your call, not mine. I will not be using one. I have a plan for mine. My next single player is going to be a pig farm, so it's not going to be that. But I have a plan for mine. So use this baler and it's super slow for you as well. It's just the way it picks up. The more input it's trying to take in, the slower it goes. This is still faster, believe it or not. This is still faster than baling them, stopping, dropping it, baling, stopping, dropping, and then going back around and wrapping each bale. This is still faster than that. It may not seem like it, but it is. It is way faster. And it also may be because it's extremely damaged too. Let's take it over to the store and turn some wrenches on it and see if that makes a difference. I say the store. We're going to the workshop over here at the store to see if we can turn some wrenches. That's probably what it is. Is East Groningen going to be the next MP crossplay map? I think so, Chicken Chow. I think it is. I think it is. What's up, David? How's it going, bud? Good to see you. A 5-gang mower, can't find one? Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I would like to see back. One of them being the vertical round bale stacker trailer. Oh, that's only... How much is that going to cost? I don't have the money for that. Alright, well maybe the tractor then, guys. Like honestly. The tractor's just so worn out, it may be the tractor. Very possible. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Appreciate you asking, David. What's up, Goody? How's it going, bud? Good to see you. New cow barn and the TMRs like yours on Iowa and some silos. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. Depending on, I'm going to try to give a little bit of option for each animal because we're going to be probably, since we're doing crossplay, we're going to be fairly limited on the amount of equipment because everything costs tickets or whatever it is. We're going to be fairly limited on the amount of equipment. We're definitely going to be limited on the amount of animals we can have, the amount of animal pens. So I'm going to try to give everybody a couple of options for how they want to set up their one animal pen, because it's probably what we're going to go with. One animal pen per. Because you can only have 10 on crossplay, I think. So, yeah. Yeah, and you can have the same animal pen as 3 other people. That's not an issue. You just can only have one. So there'll be no, you know, 10,000 cow farms on here. So it just depends on what cow barn and what TMR mixer and stuff is available for crossplay. It really is a lot to work out and keep everybody happy. It's a lot to work out, honestly. Yeah, I think it's just because the tractor's so damaged, guys. The tractor just needs some. It needs some TLC, but I can't afford to fix it right now. We're going to have to wait a while, actually. But yeah, this Vicon fast bale is not very fast, but it is faster overall than doing it each individual step. Bale, stop, drop it, go again, bale, stop, drop it, come back around, wrap, stop, drop it, wrap, stop, drop it. So we're actually moving the entire time. And I feel like it's faster, but I could be wrong at this point, honestly. Could be wrong at this point. Well, I mean, if we've only got 2 or 3 people playing, then yeah. We'd have 2 different animals, for sure. For sure. That's why I like square bales, but I would still have to wrap them though, Bob. You know what I mean? Like, I still have to come around, pick it up, wrap it, drop it, pick up the next one, wrap it, drop it. Of course, at that point, it may actually be faster because square bales just spit out the back. So, yeah, it could be faster at that point. I think it's the tractor. No, I guess not. So it depends on the amount that it's having to push in, right? You wouldn't hit a giant pile of hay to bale it up going 15 miles an hour. That just wouldn't happen, right? These little bits on the ground, though, it'll just scoop those right up. So I think that's all it is. I think it's just the amount that's there. And because that's like 4.5 rows rowed together, that's probably why. It usually goes faster than 4 miles an hour for you. It depends on the thickness of your grass or whatever you're baling up, straw, whatever it may be. I think that's what it is anyway. I could be totally wrong, but I think that's the case. I think it depends on what you're actually, the amount you're actually baling up in your row. So like it was doing fine until we hit this big wad of grass right here, and it just. But again, it could be the tractor. The tractor needs repairs. It's under halfway gone. It's under half right now. You just pick it up with a forage harvester? Nope. I mean, there probably is a mod out there somewhere, Bob. Yeah, but for the most part, no. In real life, I don't think I've seen one, but there's probably one out there. Like, there's probably a prototype somewhere that somebody built with a square baler that wraps them and drops them on the ground or something. I don't know. Maybe not, though. I have no clue. I'll check it out tonight when I go to wrap bales. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, I think it just might be the tractor's so worn out, you know. Again, it's under halfway, so. Yeah, and you can only pass so much material through a baler. And I think that's more of what it is. I think it's just because these exist in real life to some degree. You can only push so much material into it while it's storing and moving the bale and that kind of stuff. So you would have to go a certain speed with this thing to keep it from clogging up. You know, keep it from jamming up on you. And I think that's probably why we find ourselves going 4 miles an hour sometimes. 2 and 3 seems a little much, but seems a little low. Try one of the other tractors? I guess I could. Let's see. Let me go get my other one. You said one of my other tractors. You mean my other tractor? I've only got one. Yeah, I've only got the one. Oh, this one's halfway too, though. This one ain't gonna do much better, I don't think. But yeah, I think legitimately it's just because in real life, you can only push so much material through a piece of machinery. So it's gonna go a little slower with, I mean, just for reference, right? This is me standing here, right? Like that's probably up to my knees or higher. Like that's a pretty big wad of grass. And it's not dried grass, right? It's just grass. It's not wet, but it's not dry either. Like it's just grass. It's not hay. So, you know, like it's fairly dried out, but it's not, you know, it's not hay. So, it could be pretty harsh on a baler, especially at that size. I mean, think about how big those tractor tires are, right? This is me standing next to one. As easily, let's just say we're 6 foot tall. That's a 6 foot tire tractor tire. And look at the size of that swath right there. It's like 2.5 feet tall, right? I mean, that's a lot. That's a pretty big swath. All right, let's try this. This one's holding a steady 3 miles an hour when we're swapping bales. That's better, but they're both about the same on being damaged. So, even though this one's got a lot less horsepower, it's holding a better speed. I'll say that. This is a pretty good amount. Yeah, it is. It's a lot. It's we got a decent amount of grass off of this area right here. Yeah, I think it's just the amount we're putting into it. That's what it seems like anyway. Yeah, I think it's just the amount we're putting into it. I know it's easier to bale with this tractor though, because it doesn't do the wiggle butt thing and push the baler around. Like the baler actually follows this tractor instead of it pushing it out and around and stuff. They might keep using this one. Yeah, but I don't think it's the horsepower to the PTO. Honestly, the other tractor, somebody made this comment the last stream when I was baling these that other tractor, it would just break that PTO right off because of the amount of torque it would put on the PTOs for the baler. It's just got a lot more horsepower. So the top speed doesn't really matter. It's more is it the proper horsepower, not does it have all the horsepower? You know, is it the proper amount of horsepower? Are you putting the right amount of torque to the PTO? You know, I don't know. Maybe it's an air hose somewhere that I missed. I have no clue. But yeah, there's something going on with it, and I think it's just the amount of material we're pushing through, really. Because it does straw bale faster than this. It'll do straw bale at about 7. So, and that's just one line from a harvester, right? or maybe even faster than that. Like, it caught the harvester 3 different times, so it's definitely going faster than 6. But yeah, I think it's just the amount of material we're pushing through it. How much damage is on the baler? None. We just went and repaired it, Bob. $60. Just greased the alamites, tightened a few nuts, bolts. That was it. Cost us $60. It's cheap enough. Yeah, I think it's just the. I think if anything, it's a combination of the amount of material and the damage on the tractors themselves. I think that's probably more likely what it is. This is also why I want to start doing chaff, because as long as this takes, chaff's going to take slightly less time for about the same amount of material. So. Yeah, see, we're going slightly faster over here because it was only 2 windrows, right? So the other ones were at least 4. This was 2 windrows only, or two rows of swath from the mowers. The other ones were at least 4. Some of them 4.5. So while it's wrapping and picking up, we're still going 6 miles an hour. Now, when it goes to shift from that catch in the front to the actual baling, whatever you want to call it, compartment, it does drop down a bit, and when you're wrapping and picking up, it seems to drop down from time to time. But 6 miles an hour is pretty good, you know. It's just too big of a windrow, basically. So you can only eat so fast. The number of plates you can clear per hour depends on how much food is on each plate. You'll eat more plates if there's less food on the plate. The same size plate with the help. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. If you took 1 slice of pizza, or let's say for sake the little square pizzas, like the little square slices from like Little Caesars, right? Those little square pieces. If you put one of those, if you took 10 of those and put it on 10 different plates, then you could eat more plates that way than you could if you had all 10 of them on 1 plate and you still had 10 plates full. Right? You could eat more plates of pizza if you did it that way. But you're going to eat more pizza per plate slower than you are 1 piece per plate, right? So that's a good analogy there, Battery. Yeah, that's a pretty good analogy. I think that's probably correct. I think it's just because it's so much material, it's just going slower. Which honestly makes perfectly good sense if you look at real life farming. Sometimes they're running their harvester at 4 miles an hour. Sometimes they're running at 6. You know, like it just depends. Some people run their balers at 7, 8, 9, 10. Depends on how much material's there. So. Yeah, I think it's all relative to the amount of material you're trying to push through it. PC comes home today. Nice. Heck yeah, man. But yeah, see, now we're back down to 3 and 4. Because that was a full pull of the amount of material we had there. But yeah, honestly, it just comes down to the amount of material we're shoving through the machine. Really. And still, though, that didn't take that long. It took, what, 20 minutes? To row it and bale it was 30 minutes? That's not bad. Or less than 30 minutes? That's not too bad at all. I know it's a small field, but it's still not terrible. I'm not upset about it. don't know the last time this thing was cleaned off, so let's pull it over here and give it a spray down before we put it up. Let's go ahead and get the Massey cleaned up too. All right. There we go. Now we just got to pick them all up and then put lime on the field. The tires came clean. They did, yeah. Just a little grass on them. It's all good. Yeah, just a little grass. How much do we have in there right now? It's probably going to hold every bit of these. And maybe more than 32 or whatever I said. What did I say? 32, 36 bales? Something like that. Ah, that's probably about right. Now that I look at it. Timmy, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome. What's up, Crook? How's it going? Welcome. Yeah, we can't repair anything until June, sadly. So, our repair bill is going to be like 20 grand for all our equipment, probably. It's all right, though. We'll be fine. We should make 20 grand in environmental bonuses. So, I think our environmental cost alone, or bonus alone, will cover our repair costs. That's good. What's up, Pizza Hut? How's it going? It's going. I hear you, man. All right, so there was 12 down that road. That's pretty good. Well, our farm has come a long way since using our little small telehandler and running out on the field and stacking bales, hasn't it? Oof. Or the John Deere with the front end loaders, but I think we actually did it with to start with. This right here is super nice. Have this ability. I need like 5 more. Just grab them from right here, I think. It was like 100K for like 4 things attached together? Yes. Yeah, that's when it gets expensive for sure. My God, that was painful. What, Bob? What was painful? Boring as usual because it's cool. Yeah, I understand. Especially if it's something you know you're not going to use. in life, not to that extent. Or, maybe it's just a subject you don't want. Oh, the telehandler? Well, I mean, originally it was the John Deere. Oh, crap, I just realized. I can't cancel that now either, can I? Yeah, I gotta let these ferment. But I gotta get them off the field, though, so we're just gonna go ahead and drop them right there. I can come back and push them in later. Yeah, I gotta get them off the field, so I want to put some lime down on the field. Yeah, using that John Deere with the front end loader, Bob. And then we got the mounted wrappers, the mounted bale wrappers, the little small ones, and we could only do 125 centimeter bales. And we had to put them on and then pick them up when it dropped them. So we had to handle them like 3 times to get them loaded. Yeah, that was painful. You're right. Them crazy little bell wrappers. I mean, they exist, man. Like, they're real. I just wouldn't want to use them for 500-600 bales, you know? Well, there's 32 bales right there. $36.40. We got 40 silage bales off this one little field right here. That's great. I didn't expect near that. I was thinking like 30 at most. I was thinking we were getting like 30 at most. I wasn't expecting 40. Pretty good. Pretty good. I ain't mad about it. There we go. I almost have to drop these over there somewhere. I don't know where we're going to put them, but... Four to 5 rows at a time. I mean, that thing would be cool, yeah. I think we just drop them right here. Right here in line. I can't put them here, can I? They're not going to be fermented in time. I need to put them somewhere out of the way. Okay, what let's do. Look out, dear. Oh my God, you about died, sir. Wasn't even trying to run him over. I got meat in the freezer. We don't need you, Bambi. Get out of here. I'm not going to dump them in the woods, if that's what you're about to ask. No, I'm going to put them right here. This is still far enough out of my way, but still close enough that it's fine. That's the one you use? Has its own windrow built in? I bet it's great, yeah. There we go. Those are done. I'm just going to pick up all these hay bales and get them in there. Yeah, I didn't think about the thing having a ferment for some reason. Now it just slipped my mind completely. All right, off we go. That's why you hardly bail any? Yeah. I can understand that. Now just hope you don't run into them and knock some in the ditch. You know I will. Like, you know that's gonna happen. That's definitely gonna happen. At some point. But I mean, they should be fermented by August. It'll take about 3 months, they should be done. I hope, anyway. Yeah, I shouldn't need to get over there, except for feed. And I don't think it's in the way of me getting over there for feed, I'm gonna be honest. Like, they're not even close, so if I run them over now, then that's just bad driving on my part. Because they're pretty far off the road, I think. I hope they are anyway. I hope I pushed them far enough back. I mean, I did push them pretty far back, so we should be good. Normal driving, yes. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, they're pretty far back. They're okay. Shouldn't be a big deal. I say that now, though. Wait and see what happens, I reckon. No, you're probably right. I mean, let's just be honest here. This is probably about right. $865. A lot of bales to go. What's up, Spider-Ed? How's it going? Good to see you. Which map requires DLC to play? The straw bales? They're too far back. They're too far back in there. I need to dig them out. I need to dig out that soybean straw bale too. They're just too far back in there. One of the ones I'm looking at. I tabbed out for a minute. You lost game sound. Don't worry about it. Good. East Groningen? Ningen? I don't know how to pronounce it. It requires DLC, like paid DLC to play? I loaded it up. I didn't have any of that turned on in mine. I turned all those mods off. It requires some added downloads from ModHub. But I turned off all the DLC and jumped into the map. Like all the paid DLC stuff. I turned all that off. Which map am I on? I'm on Iowa Plainsview right now. Yeah, I jumped into the map without any DLC turned on. So it definitely requires some downloads from ModHub though. Some other mods. That's not the same as DLC though. When I think of DLC, I think of paid DLC. Cause yeah, I mean I turned them all off. And then started my single player, so I could check the map out with none of the DLC turned on. It requires pumps and hoses? I don't think it requires it. I didn't have it turned on. I joined. It's probably suggested because there's like 2 different cow farms on the map. But I don't think it requires it to play it though. Again, I wouldn't have been able to load it up if that were the case. I'll look again though. I want to be sure. I don't want something that requires DLC. I appreciate you bringing it up because I didn't even look, but yeah, I'll look again to make sure it didn't auto-select it or something weird. Yeah, I don't want to do that if it requires it, so. Getting your plate for supper, heck yeah. Talking about. But yeah, if it requires a DLC at all, we won't play that map. I just don't remember it telling me that when I loaded it up. Now, could it have? Yeah, it could have said that, sure. I may not have been paying attention, just clicked OK, and then, you know, it added it to it or whatever. What's up, Lee? How's it going? Seen someone else do a big field like this. Looks relaxing. Only just started playing the game and learning the ins and outs. It's fantastic, really. It's a relaxing experience for sure, if you let it be, anyway. If you let it be relaxing and stuff, yeah, it's nice and relaxing. Yeah, this is actually quite a small field compared to what a lot of people do. But yeah, this is fun. It's a lot of fun. There's so many different ways to play Farm Sim too, Lee, that it's really hard not to play the game the way you want to play it, because you can play however you want to, really. There's so many different mods and stuff you can add from ModHub. It's on Game Pass? Nice. I'm pretty sure I'm about to buy Game Pass, because I can get Microsoft Flight Sim and Starfield on Game Pass. Because I'm not trying to spend like $180 on the collector's edition of Starfield or anything, so. Doing sheeps on Iowa. I forgot to feed them for a few months and their price and health went down. Yeah, they'll do that. Gotta take care of your animals. Oh, we're getting pretty close to full over there. They actually end up with a surplus off this one load. Oh, one more. It just doesn't really matter. We're going to have to come back anyway. I just want to not take a full load over. Yeah, it's only going to take some of these. The rest of them are going to end up sitting here. It's okay, though. This game seems worth the money for one of the special editions on like Steam or something if I want to buy it. I mean, I've got the year 1 and 2 season pass that I bought. Wait, one unload. That's, I was hitting the wrong button. I was hitting T. That's probably why. Yeah, it indeed only took one set of those bales. There we go. Yeah, we actually have a surplus of hay bales sitting over here, which is weird. We normally don't have that. Oh, Chicken Chow said there's several mods it needs, but it doesn't require DLC. Yeah, that's what I thought too. No, Celtic Moon, you may be right. You may be right at needing stuff, but I don't think it's paid DLC. And the pumps and hoses may be suggested because it's, you know, there's 2 different cow farms on there, like I said. But I don't think that means you have to have it to play with it. Again, I loaded it up without any of the DLC clicked, right? Because you can choose which mods you want on the map in single player. And I loaded it up without any of the DLC selected. So I don't think it needs it to play it. Now, to get the full experience in single player, because there's farms already pre-made and stuff, then maybe. But I don't think so. Are they on year 2 now, or are they doing DLC for the game still? So this is, we're coming up on the end of year 2 season pass, or the year 2 pass, or whatever it is. But there's a platinum expansion, or was it premium expansion coming out soon? I think it's a premium expansion coming out soon. That you can buy the premium. And I don't know if the premium gives you year 1 and year 2 DLC for it or not. I can't. Me and Bob have had this conversation already. I know. we've already discussed this several times. I just don't remember what exactly you get with the premium edition. But I don't think we're getting the Farm Sim 24, or it would have already been announced, and they would release it in November, early December. I think we're probably going to get a Farm Sim 25 next year. Or 26 even. They might wait till 26 and just put out another big DLC pack next year. You know, I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. I have no connections that I can get that information out of. I don't think they would give me that information anyway. That's probably pretty well kept close to the vest there. But honestly, I think that we'll probably get a Farm Sim 24. I mean, 25. All the info, yeah. I would love to know everything going on, but, yeah. Yeah, I don't think, we're definitely getting 23, because normally they release it November, December the year before the number, so this came out in 2019, for instance. Not 2019, 2021, sorry. This came out in December of 21, or November of 21, whichever, right there at the end. I think if anything, we'll get a 25, and they'll announce it next year. But because they haven't announced it, I just can't see them putting out this big premium package in November of 2023 and then turn around and announce in Farm Sim 24 that comes out in December. If they do it, I'd be shocked, but I just don't think that's going to happen. Because it's so late in the year already and they haven't announced it. Right? I mean, it's just so late in the year. Premium expansion. Yeah, there you go. I don't know what all that has in it, but they've added rye, millet,
Welcome
lavender,
back.
carrot, and onion. Yeah, I mean, we may have to do Buck County, honestly. Martin, welcome back. 9 months of sub support here in the channel. Much appreciated, Martin. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you for 9 months of sub support here at the Outhouse. Throw some hearts and plungers, gold TP in chat for Martin. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I mean, there's mods that are needed. They're like building packs, stuff like that. But, I mean, it's all stuff on Mod Hub. It is a cross-play map, so it should be fine to use. Like, it should be okay. Should be. Leaving off a little bit on the edge, but I think it'll be fine. This is probably going to take quite a lot of lime, though. Does rolling the grass really do anything? Not when you have precision farming on. I figured that out the hard way. I need to sell that roller, by the way. And not when you have precision farming in. It just doesn't recognize it as a fertilizer state. Chicken farm. Cow shed pack, Dutch shed, crop storage pack, old farm package, modern shed. Yeah, I don't see anything about DLC in there though.
That's a new follower.
No, you don't need to do anything with the DLC, Celtic Moon. All you do is if you're loading it up in single player is just untick them when you go to load the game because it'll ask you what mods you want, right? When you go to load your game or whatever, it'll bring you up to the mods page right before you load the game and let you select or deselect which ones you want to use. Just deselect the mods. Yeah, Bob's right. Just you don't even have to go to Steam. Yeah, don't do that because that's uninstalling them. You don't want to do that. Just tick them off when you go to start your game. That's all you got to do. Oh, some in-game money. I need to see that. Voltage coming in with some in-game cash monies. I appreciate that because we are super low on dollar bills, y'all. We need it. And I'm probably about to have to go buy some more lime too because we need to do this whole field. It's gonna take a lot. But yeah, once you hit whatever new save file or whatever, when you click that, it's gonna bring you up to that mods page. Just deselect all the DLC. And you should be fine. Not the mods that it needs, but the paid DLC itself. Just unselect all that. You should be good. One question that maybe you can help me understand. Can't really find an answer to. Okay. Haven't gone too big yet with being new, so like a beginner easy farm. contracts for people, do those farms refresh every day in game? Are they based on items like equipment, and equipment and equipment you own? Because you're... See, I'm trying to drive and read chat. Hang on. I'm just getting a lot of harvest jobs. That's about it. So it depends on the time of year, really. Also, if you just started, you may be playing with seasons on too if you didn't go turn seasons off. So if you're playing with seasons on, you're playing like I am. You have this 15 right here. It's your calendar, your plant and harvest calendar. If you're between July and November, you're going to get a lot of harvest contracts because that's harvest time, right? If you're between May and July, you're likely to get a lot of fertilizing contracts because everything's been planted. Now you need to fertilize, right? If you're between November and March, or November and the end of May, then you may be getting a lot of planting contracts. It also depends on the map you're on. But yeah, it may just depend on... If seasons are off, I think the farms in-game will probably still go by what month it is to you. So if you see that it's October, then they're still thinking the seasons are probably on, I think. I think they're still growing the same cycle. So if it's October or September, you're probably going to see a lot of harvest contracts. If it's like May to July, you're probably seeing fertilizing contracts more. Early spring, you're probably seeing a lot of planting contracts. I think that's the only difference, is that it's like December in your game. Then yeah, that seems fair enough. I would think that's the way it would work anyway. I may be wrong about the way that they... Whoa! What just happened there? That was weird. I may be wrong about that. But that's what it seems like to me. Is that's what you're getting. So, just like for mowing, baling and stuff coming up. Yeah, I mean, the contracts can get a little weird too. So... But no, you don't have to own the equipment, because you can just borrow the equipment from the people. So if I went here, I went to contracts, which I'm using the better contracts mod though. So there's the only thing I've got right now is baling. And if I didn't have the equipment, I could just borrow all this stuff, right? Borrow items, click that, and then go for it. But on my playthrough, I've set rules for myself. I can't borrow the equipment, I can't lease equipment, and I can't take out loans. So I've made it really difficult on myself here. But yeah, if you didn't have the equipment, you could just borrow the equipment for sure. Yeah, I'm thinking that, Crystal. I'm thinking that they think seasons are still on, because I don't remember having a harvesting contract for AI in April. You know, most of the time it's planting or fertilizing or cultivating or something like that. So I think they think seasons are still running. That's the way it seems to me. I could be wrong, but that's the way it seems to me. Probably not going to get done with this field. Probably going to have to buy a couple more bags of lime. Thank you for that 500 in-game cash, because we're about to go buy lime with it. Hey, what's up, Games All Day? How's it going? I'm doing well. Doing well. We had a pretty good time over on Sengoku Dynasty on the YouTube channel earlier today. Got a few errands run, picked up the kid from school, and now getting some farming done too. So, it's been a pretty good day, really. Oh, got a video recorded this morning. I got Dinkum recorded for Thursday already, so that's good. I don't feel behind this week. And we're out. Okay. Give you more time of the day each month. So you can do, what's the longest days per month? Can you do 28 days per month in the game? I don't remember what you can set it to, but you can set it anywhere from 1 to a lot. So if you need more time in the seasons, and if you're not doing anything those days, just skip the day. Unless you're doing animals, and that gets really tricky because you got to have enough to keep up with the amount of days you're skipping, you know. Just want to help out. I appreciate it. I needed it. Now we got to buy more lime anyway. No. Big bags. How much is 8 of them? 2,800. God, I don't think we need 8. How much we have? 8,000. That's 12,000. Let's get 4. 1,400. You see how close to the money we are right now. And I can't take out a loan. So we're in like do or die mode here. I think 8,000 is probably good. I can probably finish this field off with that. Like 0.5 time? Yeah, I give you about a week of that. You'll get tired of it. You'll be rocking and rolling after that, I think. Yeah, after you start learning some of it, you'll start speeding your time up. Like I play on ×3 and I still have to skip days because I run out of stuff to do. And again, that just comes with playing and getting familiar with the game itself, really. All right. Yeah, 28 days. Chicken Salad said, yep, so I guess that's clarifying that it was 28 days you can go up to. Yeah, so you can go from 1 day a month to 28 days per month. You could play this in real time 28 days a month, and it would be just like, basically just like playing a real farm. You do 3 days at real time? Yeah, see? That's what I'm saying. Like, there's all kinds of ways to play. If you run out of stuff to do on your farm, you're not working hard enough. Well, I mean, we just don't have enough to keep it entertaining for the stream, I think. That's probably the case. And I'm not a real farmer anyway. Playing all day yesterday. I was crazy how I was still on the same day I was on like 2 days ago, so I'll probably change it. Yeah, I mean, ×1, ×2 is pretty good to start out with, so you know you can kind of get familiar with everything. I used to on Farm Sim 19. I ran it ×15, and it seemed to work great. You know, a couple of hours worth, I can get a couple of days in. So 3-4 days in. No Man's Land always had something to do. Indeed, yeah. I'm not cutting trees. I'm not doing all the contracts and stuff. I'm just working my farm for the most part. So, you know, there's just not a whole lot. There's just not a whole lot I'm doing, really. I mean, I've got basic stuff happening. We're not going crazy here, you know. So, not too bad all in all. It is games all day, yeah, it is. And you know I play on the FSN too, so it plays in real time, and it's 24-day years, so it's 6-day seasons. It's a lot. It's a lot because you have to be on there, or your crops wither. You know, if you miss your planting window, then you got to wait till next year. Taxes are still rolling in. You got to pay taxes and stuff. FSN just adds a whole different level to the game, honestly. Like it's like you said, it's like a sadistic level to the game. But it's a real multiplayer across 400 some odd servers, all linked by a website that you go register to. Like it's incredible. If you want to play on the FSN, !FSN in chat, and that'll be the link. You can get to the website. No shop, no map. When did you do that tree farm guy? Because remember there was a big update to Iowa Plainsview at some point. So there was a pretty big update to the game itself. How long has it been since you loaded the game up, though? I guess is the better question. Like, when's the last time you loaded that save file? Has there been did you update it since the last time you played it? Because there was one particular update for Iowa Plainsview that required a fresh start. Okay. Then I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what would cause that. I just know that there was an update at some point in the last 6 months that required a fresh start. And I'm really bad about not updating mods that I play with too. If everything's working, I don't update stuff because it tends to break it. So. Although I did update this, and it took me like 6 hours to go back and put everything back like I had it in my previous save. Just beat me to my question. Yeah, I mean that's my first thought with this map is because one of the last 3 updates, big updates for this map, required a new save. Might have loaded in too many mods, maybe. I don't know, man. I've got a lot. Well, I mean I don't have that many. I've got like 90. Got like 90 mods on here probably. I've got 90 mods installed in the folder. I've got about 78 on here right now that are active. Not that I own, just that are active in the save file. Yeah, we're just going to have to miss a little bit on that edge, too. I just want to get some lime down on this field because our environmental score on this field is awful right now. Overall, it's a 52. It's bringing my whole environmental score down. You see everything else over here is in pretty good shape. This one, I don't know why. Oh, it's the fertilizer. That's right. I still got to fertilize that field. Those cornfields, I got to fertilize those. The soybean doesn't need fertilizer. So, buying production and stuff, the production aspect of the game is fantastic. Yeah, it's a great addition to the in-game. That means that console players get it too. Before, it was just like a PC mod only kind of deal. So, I'm all about everybody getting to play with all the stuff. So, I'm super happy they added production into the game. Get out of these trees. There we go. Should have enough to finish this and have a few left over. Maybe 1 pallet left over. It's only $20 for the premium expansion. I mean, I guess if you already have the game, then, you know, if you get the game with Game Pass, then get
Somebody's raiding the outhouse.
then get the premium expansion. That would be great. Yeah, Virtual Farmer coming in with the raid. Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome to all the Raiders. The VF raid. Thank you, man. I appreciate you, sir. Guys, get the TP out for VF and the Raiders coming over from Virtual Farmer's channel. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated as always. Trying to copy and paste your name here. That way I can... I think most people in my chat should know who you are. And if you don't know who VF is, then at least go follow him here on Twitch so you can find out who VF is. There we go. Like, I play in a semi-realistic fashion. VF plays in a realistic fashion. So... you should know Virtual Farmer. If you're into Farm Sim at all, go give him a follow here on Twitch. He's also got a YouTube. You got a couple of YouTube channels. Like me, you got too many irons in the fire. I would say. I feel that way most of the time. I got too much going on sometimes. But whoa, why did those go way over there? Weird. Anyway, yeah, go give Virtual Farmer a follow. You won't be disappointed. I promise. Go check him out. Nope, we're not taking those with us. We're leaving those here. Thank you. Leave them here. Going pretty well, man. I appreciate the raid. Thank you, sir. Yeah, going well. We just we picked up some bales. We got a little surplus of silage and hay bales over there now. Got some lime down on the field. Our environmental score was dropping over here. The county co-op commission sent us a letter and complained, so we had to get some lime put on the field. We got to do some fertilizing on it too, and should be good to go. Everything's been limed this year. We got some corn planted, some soybeans planted, so we got to go fertilize now. But yep, pretty good. Pretty good. Well, what's up, Josh? How's it going? Appreciate you coming over with the raid. I'm assuming you did. I don't know that you did, but I'm guessing. You're gonna delete all saves and try again? I mean, I don't know if I'd do that. Hard for me to play this in a realistic fashion as you do this in real life. I understand. True. Premium expansion come with two. Is that premium expansion come with season 2 pass? That's what I was asking earlier. Yeah, I don't know that it does. Somebody may know. If the premium expansion, do you get the year 1 and 2 season the season passes with it, whatever they're called? The year 1 and 2 pass. Yeah, if it's only $20, it's, I mean, yeah, if you got Game Pass and you're getting it, it doesn't come with year 1 and 2 pass. Okay. But you do get the premium expansion for $20. Okay. That's fair enough. Yeah. Only the premium edition. Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough.
That's a new follower.
Tree Farmer Guy, appreciate the follow. You would have to pay for everything. Yeah, I mean, basically, but the key is that if you don't know if you're going to like Farm Sim enough to buy all the DLC, then there's lots of mods on Mod Hub that you don't have to pay for, right? So there's still lots of different mods and maps and stuff you can play and stuff. So you get the base game, play it for a while, see if you like it, and if you want to support the Giants team and buy the DLC, do it, you know? I do because I like supporting Giants. And I know this is the one game that I'm gonna play at least some or play with some of the DLC on. I'm not always gonna play the map that comes out for the DLC, but I'll use the equipment at some point. I think the only one I haven't used any of the stuff is Silver Run Forest DLC. I haven't done anything with it yet, but that's okay too. I'm not super upset about that. I will get to it at some point, hopefully, and get it done. All right, let's go load up some fertilizer. The kern fields need it. I got some manure down on them already, so it's not going to take near as much fertilizer, I don't think. Hopefully, anyway. God, this thing is loud, isn't it? Can afford it after the first? Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you can afford it, and this is like your one, you know, if this is your one game that you know you're going to play, I don't see why not, you know? I don't see why not supporting the Giants team and just picking up that DLC. But if you're new to the game and you're not sure that you're going to play it, then it doesn't make much sense just to go all out and buy, you know, spend a crazy amount of money on the DLCs yet. If that makes sense. I'm trying to make a justification for spending the money on it, while at the same time being reasonable that some people don't have that extra money to spend, you know, just on a game, so they may not want to. Ah, crap. See, now we've made a mess. We got one of them flipped back over. But yeah, I just don't like people spending money they don't have if they don't think they're going to enjoy it or if they're new at something, you know? Because Farm Sim does take a lot of work. It does take a lot. So, you know, you may not want to spend $70 on all the DLC packages. Premium expansion, new crops, carrots, parsnips, and red beet. New map, Zylanka, I guess how you say that. Central European map. New factories and productions. Production chains, over 35 new specialized machines, 4 new brands, 15 brands overall. Yeah, see, that's something that I am super, super happy to be picking up. I haven't bought it yet, but I plan on it. I thought it came with the year 2 season pass for some reason. Or no, I was thinking the other way around, yeah. I haven't bought the premium yet, but I'm definitely getting it. I'm not missing out on that stuff. But yeah, I don't like to see people spend money that they could use somewhere else, whether it be a different game or groceries or light bill or car payment or whatever, when they're very new to a game. I've been making content long enough to realize that a lot of people save up and buy that one big game for a year, for the year, and sometimes they're disappointed in it. Saw that most recently with like Wild West Dynasty, for instance. Even though it wasn't super expensive, sometimes that extra $30 would have gone somewhere else that it needed to go, and a lot of people were unhappy with it. So I don't like seeing people spend money they don't have, basically. So yeah, I would play the game for a little while, Lee, and if you got it on Game Pass, and just see if it's something you want to do. You can always pick up the premium or the season passes later, It should come with a season pass. Well, I mean, you got to think all the stuff. Look at all the stuff we got with the year 1 and 2 season pass, though, Bob. Right? We got the platinum. We got the platinum expansion with one of those season passes. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Was it the year 2 that we got the platinum expansion with, or was it year 1? Because I didn't buy the platinum edition or the platinum expansion. I bought the season passes and ended up with Silver Run Forest. So I mean, if you think about it in that context, that's a pretty good value, really. I think it's probably going to take more than 3,000. We'll go ahead and grab one more. We're down to big bags. All right, let's go grab some big bags then. We can always unload these later too. So, take it easy. We don't shake the bags around too much. There we are. We'll just go ahead and get it all in there, and whatever we don't use, oops, wrong lever. Whatever we don't use, we'll just bring back and load back up in there. Nice that you have it on Game Pass for now. It gives me a lot to do. I mean, again though, like go to Mod Hub, right? Go to Mod Hub, and you'll realize how much more there is that you can get just on Mod Hub for free. That's why we appreciate mod makers for Farm Sim, is because all that stuff is free in Mod Hub. And mod makers work very hard to make mods to keep changing the game up for you, Look at them tire squad. Dude, that's not even a full load though. Like, look at that. That's not even a full load. You can tell it's loaded heavy on the front too. Look at that front tire versus the back tire. Loaded heavy on the front side. Yeah, it's not even a full load. It's barely got anything in it. It's barely got anything in it. I don't know. It's 42% full. So, you have mods for ATS on Steam? I got you. Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, there are mod makers for ATS that charge for mods, right? So I think, and don't quote me on this. I mean, you can, but you're not doing yourself any favors. I think, from my understanding, is that mod makers for Farm Sim can't charge for mods, especially if they're on Mod Hub. That's my understanding. I could be wrong. I likely am. I usually am. But that's my understanding is you can't charge for mods if it's on Mod Hub. Again, I'm likely wrong about that. Oh, shut up. I'm just trying to get lined up over here. Cow's mooing at me. It's not taking as much as I thought it would. I'm glad we put down the manure we did. It's easing the load a little bit here. All the mods you get are free. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what's great about ATS too. It's the same thing. Tuomus. I don't know how to pronounce that. Thomas? Tuomus? Welcome. Welcome. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Most mods place or stuff like that, they accept donations. Yeah. So again, I'm fully on board with that too. If you can afford to donate, if you like a specific modder and use a lot of their mods, and you can afford to help the modding team out, donate to them. You know what I mean? Like they work really hard to keep this game interesting, and I have a lot of respect for modders in Farm Sim. I have a lot of respect for Giants just for opening it up. Like, fully open it up for mods. You know? Like, I think it's fantastic they do that. My one and only gripe for Giants has always been GPS should be base game, that way console players can have it too. That's my one and only complaint every year. GPS should be part of the game. Is it only Farm Sim streams on this account? On Twitch, yes. It's only Farm Sim streams on Twitch for the most part. 99.9% of the time, it's going to be only Farm Sim streams, yeah. All these get ported over to my Farm Reduce YouTube channel, and on my main YouTube channel is where we do all the simulators that are not Farm Sim, survival games, city builder, stuff like that. And then I keep all the pixely style, like Stardew Valley, Dinkum. I'm playing I Am Future on that channel too. All that stuff is on a different channel called Pixel Deuce Plays. So, but yeah, this is just Farm Sim over here. At some point, after doing this for the last 7 years, I've realized that variety channels are very, very, very hard to grow. They're very hard to grow. So, yeah, my main YouTube channel is actually doing as well with nearly 10,400 subscribers on it as my Pixel Deuce Plays channel and my Farmer Deuce channel. And neither one of them even have 500 subscribers. So, yeah, if you're gonna start content making, find a topic and stick with that. An idea, whatever it is. Try to stick with a consistent setup. And if you're gaming, be the best at one game. It's been 7 years, no wonder I'm old. Well, I mean, it's, yeah, Bob. It sure has. Well, I mean, everybody kind of came along in 2017, but I was putting out content at the end of 2016, so it was terrible content. And it was kind of when I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do with my channel, so. No, you're right about that, Chicken Chow, because for the mods, it's scripts. But it should be no different than the AI tracks for traffic and stuff, right? Or the production chain, stuff like that. Like they should, I don't know how coding works, so I'm probably being a bit harsh about it. But if they're the ones making the game, they can build that in for consoles as well, in my opinion. There's a way to do it. If you can have AI help in the game, you click on them and tell them to go pick up grain at this silo and take it to Jimmy John's down the road and sell it, then you should also be able to turn on GPS, set your width, shift it over to center on you, and then go, right? You should be able to do that too. But I understand it's a lot. It's probably something to do with scripts and trying to get it to work with consoles. I'm sure they've tried. I'm sure they've tried to figure out a way. I don't think they're just leaving console players hanging because they can. You know what I mean? Like, I think they're actually trying. Smoot, I didn't even see you come in. Deucism of the day. Associate. As in, your mom didn't get enough to eat for lunch. Associate everything she could find in the house. Oh, come on, man. You made me run into a pole. What's up, Smooto? How's it going, buddy? Another deucism. Marty. As in, you want to go out for a drink? No, Marty, I'm drunk. No. Marty drunk. Yes. Yeah, the southern words for the day. Thank you, buddy. Marty drunk. And then you got stuff like Yont 2, all the Jeff Foxworthy stuff. Used to could. Mike could. There's a lot there. All right. I may be wrong. We may need all this, but I don't think we will. This should put us in pretty good standing here with the Kerns. I can remember setting a Be Right Back screen for 45 minutes where you were fixing stuff. Yeah. That was after Rare Finds You sent one of the John Deeres to space, though. Like, we started a space program in Farm Sim 17. It broke the server, so... Variety is so very hard. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, for surely. Yeah, all of that is true. Every bit of that. Yeah, if you stick to, like, if I did, like, I can do Farm Sim, and I appreciate the raid from VF. This is a little higher numbers than normal. But normally around 20, right? 25 maybe. And I'm comfortable with that. That's fine. But if I played anything else, even American Truck Sim, it'd be like 10, right? On my main YouTube channel, I do variety games. I do a different game daily, basically. And I'm used to the swings, right? Like today, I think we had, God, I'm trying to remember what the top out was for Sengoku. Like 30 maybe? I don't remember. Some days I've had 50. I mean, there were times with Medieval Dynasty and Lumberjacks Dynasty even that I was well over 200 live viewers on my main YouTube channel. But when I would play something different, the swings would go from 100, 150 for the first couple weeks of, Medieval Dynasty to 15. So I'm used to the swings. I don't care about the viewer numbers, which is why I don't look at them while I'm streaming. I look at them afterwards, assess, and go, okay, there were this many people here, this many people hit the like button. That's a pretty good ratio. I'll keep playing it because I enjoy it. Regardless of what, the subscribers to the channel think about the game, I enjoy it. I'm going to play it. People don't have to watch it. They can come back tomorrow and watch the game they want to watch because I'll be playing something tomorrow they want to see, right? My premise has always been, I think of each different game during the week as like the weekly episode of your favorite TV show, right? Like that's the way I think of it. Like you like it when I play this game, so I know you're going to show up for that day. And I try to keep those days fairly consistent. We used to do Medieval Dynasty on Monday. Well, now we're doing Sengoku Dynasty on Monday. So everybody that's been there knows that every Monday they're going to get Sengoku Dynasty. Tuesday is likely to be something different, and it is. So, and that's perfectly fine because there are videos I don't watch from content creators I'm subscribed to because I don't enjoy that series as much as I enjoy their other series, right? And I think that's perfectly acceptable. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. Angela, how are you? I'm doing well. Doing well. Jeet yet? Yeah. Jeet yet? Or Jeet? Yeah. There's a lot of really compact southern words. That's my dad's language over yonder. Yeah. Apparently there's a yonder Delaware though. I didn't know that. But yeah, variety is so very hard to do. So very hard to do. Taking the time to say, "Did you eat?" is so long, and when food is a staple in the South, 3 syllables is too much. Yes, indeed. If someone ever responds no to that question, then your obligation as a Southern to make sure they are well fed. Indeed, yeah, it is for sure. For sure, if somebody hadn't eaten, you gotta feed them. You accidentally lurked through the YouTube stream today? Yeah, no problem. No problem. Again, I don't expect everybody to watch everything I do. Some people do. The overwhelming majority don't, and that's okay. Again, very early on, I came to the realization that I was going to have some success with some videos. From my point of view, my perspective, right? From my channel, I don't base my channel on what everybody else is doing and the numbers they're pulling. It's a horrible way to be a content creator. But for my channel, I started seeing some success with some videos, and that success came in the form of I got 5 likes for this game I'm playing, where I got none for the other one I'm playing. I got more likes on this game I'm playing than I did views on the whole series for the other one, right? So that's how I gauged my success, and I based what I was playing in the future on that. And then I got to the point where I was like, you know what? I like this game. I'm going to play it. So I think that's a lot better way to make content, if you can, right? If you have to have the views and you have to make the money because you're paying 17 people on your team and that kind of stuff. I don't have a team. It's just me. So I'll run all 3 of my YouTube channels. I'll run my Twitch channel. I don't do much around social media. I probably should. But it's just me. I don't have a team to pay or anything. So, which is the way for a lot of content creators. Most people, it's just them. Maybe they have somebody volunteer, help mark stuff on the Twitch stream so they can edit it and put it on YouTube or something. But yeah. I don't know. It's very difficult, though. Started as variety, and it was good for a while. Then I stuck with Dead by Daylight for years on Twitch, and now if I do a chill and cozy games and simulator games outside of the survival horror games, the amount of your regular community that comes in is so low, so it's hard to do variety. It is, yeah. Again, especially if you stick to one thing for the longest. And I did that here on Twitch. I used to play all kinds of different stuff on here. But it got to the point where it just wasn't worth it to me, because I could just play those games without making content on them and be just as happy, Like, it wasn't a big deal. I could just play it off stream and be just as happy about it. Give people something they want to watch that I enjoy, and then play the games I enjoy that people don't want to watch off stream. So that's kind of what I started doing. So. What's up, Grim Reaper? How's it going? Doing well, doing well. Going in alert mode. All right, Celtic Moon. Have a good one. When are you going to plow that part of the field where the cow barn was? You talking about up here? Oh, I said the other day, Bob, once we harvest this corn, before we plant next time, we'll probably do that. Yeah, we'll probably do that after this time, because I'd already planted it when I thought about it. Actually, I already had this planted when we sold the cow barn, so yeah, we'll have to wait. But yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of value in variety streamers and variety content creators, but it's probably the most difficult of difficulties to be really successful at. Ask Virtual Farmer. I don't know. He's probably AFK, but he's got a channel called Victor Foxtrot as well on YouTube, and I didn't know that until like 3-4 months ago. But I'm assuming it doesn't get as many views as his Farm Sim channel on YouTube, right? So I haven't watched it in a while, but I'm guessing that because everybody knows him for his Farm Sim content. So it's really hard to get your community to come over and do something else. I think I've done a pretty good job of that, though, because I started on YouTube, and Gold Rush was kind of my big one on YouTube that kind of got me going, and then Farmer's Dynasty really took off, is what really made my channel kind of take off. And I say take off as in I was getting more than 1 or 2 people watching my videos and streams. So, but I realized quickly that doing variety games was going to be difficult, and it wasn't going to grow like everybody else's, and it hasn't. And I'm fine with that because I'm happy, you know? I'm happy doing the content that I'm doing. If I don't like a game, I'll stream it once or twice and then just go, hey, I don't like this game, I'm done with it. You know, like, that. Mentally, that's the only way I can keep doing this. It's like, I'm just tired of this. Why is it throwing those so far out there? What are you doing? Crazy, man. All right, we're done with this bad boy for the year. All of our fertilizers is down. I did not need all that fertilizer. It's okay, though. It's fine. Not a big deal. We got all the fertilizer we needed down. That's the main thing. We can load the rest of that back in the barn here, probably. Go. Squeeze by. Get skinny. There you go. Okay. That one is done. Grab the telehandler. Have I ever played the Wandering Village? I have not. I know what it is, though. I have seen it. It looks like a cozy little city builder that you build on top of a giant critter of some sort. Pretty cool looking, honestly. Wow, I miss Gold Rush. Dude, I'm telling you, if they'd have made it multiplayer, I'd still be playing it. It's just one of those games, man, that having a crew working with you would be so much more fun. Yeah, Grim Reaper, I appreciate the follow too. Sorry, I was in the middle of a rant there. I had somebody leave me a comment on one of my videos that said I should just stop talking about all the YouTube stuff and just play the game, and I was like, yeah, okay. I mean, you've got your opinion, I've got mine. I'm gonna state my opinion when I feel like it. But I appreciate it though. Thank you for the comment. And especially if somebody is, you know, if somebody's talking about making content on YouTube or whatever, or something crazy happens with YouTube, you know, I'll talk about that topic. I don't mind. What's the point of live streaming if you're not talking about stuff with your community, right? I mean, I can sit here and talk about these pallets I'm moving in until the cows come home, but you can see I'm moving the pallets in. It's not a shocker. Which is actually, if you're a streamer, a content creator, and you average 3-4 people, and there's not a whole lot of conversation going on in chat, then do exactly that. All right, we're gonna pull up and we're gonna set this pallet down right here. That looks pretty even. All right, let's just tilt the forks a bit. Well, autosave glitch there. That's okay though. Down. We're gonna back out real slow. Pallet looks good. We're gonna pick them up and head back out and pick up this other pallet. Need to go around the pole here. There we go. Now we're gonna grab this from this side because it's the wider side. It's easier to put in the barn this way. If we turned it narrow, we could probably fit more in the same area, but this works too. Just like so. All right, in we go. We've already got 3 in there, so we're just going to make this an even square. We're going to put this one right here next to this one, but we did pick it up kind of crooked, so we're going to have to set this down kind of at an angle. There we go, though. We got it right in place. And that is how you ramble when you're doing work and nobody's talking in chat. Literally describe everything you're doing, and your day gets better immediately. People start talking in chat because you're talking to them. That's my biggest piece of advice. You want another piece of advice? Get you a good camera and use it. I've been kind of I'll use my camera when I feel like it. And that's pretty much how I've always created content. I'll use my camera when I feel like it. I'm not doing it because you want me to. And to be honest, Deuce, you very rarely don't like it. Yeah, I mean, that's true. It's pretty rare that I just dislike a game. I have games that I like more than others. I get burnt out on games, but it's very rare that I don't like a game. You know, like I wish there would have been more interest in crap, what was the name of it? Let me look real quick. Big Ambitions. Yeah, I wish there'd have been more interest in Big Ambitions because I really liked that game. I thought it was a great game. There just wasn't enough interest in it on YouTube to keep me doing it. So I was like, all right, well, nobody's going to watch it. There's no point in me doing it. I can just play it when I feel like it. So, you know, and that's kind of the way it is. Like, that's just the way it is sometimes. You find games that not enough people want to watch to really justify that amount of time you're going to put in because you could find something else that people want to watch that you enjoy too, you know? All right, have at it. Let's check it back here now. Yeah, see, that's perfect. We're right in range. We're right in range right there. We're at 60 of 65. That's perfect. That's what we want. I'm walking around in cow crap right now, guys. I hope you appreciate this. This over here is at 0. This is why our environmental score in this field is bad, because our fertilizer level has been awful, right? I mean, it's been awful. And we're still at a 52. But I think that's probably okay. I can't believe we've put $13,000 worth of lime on this field. That is crazy. I mean, that is absolutely crazy. But yeah, this is good though. This puts us right up there and we don't have to spend any fertilizer on this. Man, now you're covered in, yes, Mad Weasel. Yeah, we are. We're walking around in crap out here for your entertainment. It's taking the place of the MP until it's back up. Nice. Yeah, that seems like a great game, though. I never did play it, but it looks good. So, smart idea to do. Have the intake you have. Very smart. Hope you have more success. You grow the streaming. Yeah, man. I mean, I appreciate it. I mean, doing it as long as I've been already, and the slow growth that I've had, I don't expect to have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. You know what I mean? Like that became a non-goal of mine a couple of years ago. Like I realized it just wasn't feasible. You know, I don't expect to have 10,000 followers on Twitch. You know, 100,000 followers anywhere really combined. It's just not a goal, you know. There's just the goal that I have now is to get on here and have a good time with my community, and if it helps somebody in their day-to-day life, that's my goal now. Is make a difference in somebody's day, and if I can do that, then we've done our job. So, if that means 10 people, if that means one person showed up, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I need to bring the telehandler down here and get these out. Really need to get this guy out right here. I don't know if I can get in here to these. That's gonna be the question. I can't believe those are already 6% fermented. That's good. Real good. The things Deuce does for us, indeed. Jeremy, what's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well, sir. Takes you a long time to get burnt out if you enjoy it. I mean, I'm 139 episodes into Iowa Plainsview by itself. And all but one of those are streams of at least an hour. You know, so it's at least an hour long worth of content. But most of the time I try to do 2. And I'm nowhere close to burnout on this series, much less Farm Sim in general. I've been having fun. I've been having a blast with it. So for some reason, I don't know why, when they get to the end of the road and they turn around and they start to go back, they'll stop and I have to turn the tractor back on and I have to start going with the machine on and then hit H and then they'll start moving again. I'm not real sure why that is. I don't know if it's something with them pulling out of the, pulling out of the thing. What's it called? You know, the thing. The manure pit. Yeah, because they're pulling from the manure pit. I used air quotes there. I don't know if that has something to do with it or not. It might. He hasn't crashed yet. We're not done yet though either. We're not done yet. I do need to bring the telehandler down here and get that sorted. So we're about to drive the truck down here. We'll see if we make it. How about that? We'll see if we make it down to the other end with the truck and the telly on here. Oh, actually, you know what I need to do? I need to get all these guys pulled up on the trailer and get these trucks down to the other. Actually, you know what? It'd probably be just as easy to pull them down there with the tractor, wouldn't it? Although I could get more on here if I backed them on there with the tractor. Let's do it. I don't know what's up with those trees. It makes me feel like I'm wearing the drunk goggles every time I walk by those trees, though. With air quotes that we can't see. Yes. Yeah, that's the reason I said I'm using air quotes. It's hard to distinguish it with my tone of voice, I know. So I make sure to point out those air quotes that I'm using. And I use my camera on my Talking Tuesdays, on my Shooting the Deuce podcast, first Tuesday of every month. On the main YouTube channel. We talk about upcoming games for the month. Games that I have on my wish list. I don't cover everything. But games that I have on my wish list and games that I'm checking out. Point out that maybe somebody doesn't know about yet, you know. If I pick this, yeah, if I pick this one up this way. God, I gotta do this every time they get to the end of the row. Go. Is that on auto? Yeah, okay. I might have time to get one piece of equipment on here now. It's probably going to be fairly awkward, I ain't gonna lie. Whoa! And let's hope keep this thing straight enough to get them wheels back on the trailer. We did not. Hey! We did it. All right, let's unhook that thing real quick before anything crazy happens. There we go. That was close. We almost ruined the whole bottom of the tractor and everything. Okay. Which way? All right. There we go. Now we can just move this thing around a little bit. Easy. Don't get too close to the edge there. Be over the edge in no time at all, as a famous song said once. Does that leave me enough room to put that guy on the back with it raised up? It might. Let's go see. Back, what I missed? Not a whole lot. We almost had our situation everybody was hoping for. Almost flipped right on off the side of the trailer, and we might do again here. I don't know if this is going to give us enough clearance or not. We're about to try, though. We may not even be able to get this thing up there, much less in place. Let's go throw a couple of straps on this guy here. It needs to be refilled. It needs to be refilled. Oh, you're good. It's fine. Okay. You know Well, if you're sitting down there collecting a paycheck, you can hang that up. Oh, you're going, okay. All right, I'll finish that up. I'll finish it up. I don't want you taking my money. I ain't got a whole lot left. All right, here comes the fun one. If this fits on there, I'm gonna be shocked. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what's happening right now. Oh, the dang tracks folded. I mean, the ramps folded up on me. I see. There we go. Had to get it up past it, that's all. That might be it, huh? That's pretty well it, I would say. Not hitting anything yet. I don't think the things are going to fold up back here, but we can sure try. We can try and see. All right. Cross your fingers. Yeah. That's fine, right? That's perfect. They folded up. Kinda. Kinda. They almost folded up correctly. Restraps? Yeah, that's all we need. Look at it, it's fine. Riding just fine. No harm done. Hanging off the side a little bit, that's okay though. Took out a road sign. Nothing happening here. We're good, they're all strapped down now, we're fine. Well, if I hooked it by the hitch, I'd have to do this 3 times, right? Where this way, we got 2 pieces coming down here at once. And we got our other tractor down here we can drag them off with. And then we can go back and get the telehandler and the small dealio conveyor belt. So this is good. This is working out just like I wanted it to. Kinda. Almost. We just hit a deer. But yeah, you didn't really miss much. You didn't really miss much at all. You're good. I'm not trying to run off into crap. Oh. Little. Oh, it's the okay, I was wondering, is the save tick happening? I was like, what is happening right now? A little save tick was getting us. Let's see. Yeah, I got to bring that telehandler down here anyway, so it's going to be good because we can get our, we can get these off here. We can get our pallets put over near the building too. This is going to be the interesting part. Hey, just like it was meant to. Turn that off for a minute. There we go. We'll pick up right there when we come back with that, which we won't do till Tuesday, till tomorrow. Yeah, so no multiplayer stream, of course, tomorrow because we're done with it and I'm working on the server. I'm still going to take it down. It's still been up. I don't think anybody's been on, so I'm probably taking it down in the morning to get started working on it. Come on. Get off there. Hopefully we didn't tear anything up. I don't think we did. I think we're okay. Yeah, these are going to be... So we're moving our clamp to this end. And I realized that we're doing corn on the other side. But the corn can be trucked down here. That's not a problem. The problem is not having somewhere to put it. And we need bigger clamps or 2 of them. So we're going to end up with 2 clamps down here. I almost hit the bales. I don't know who said that earlier, but you were right. I almost hit them. Yeah, we need an area for the clamps, and we're going to put them right here across from our silage station here at the TMR mixer, just because it makes sense to have them all down here together. Woo. Okay then. You know what? Just drive it off there. Don't even look. We're not even looking at it. Don't even look at it. Just drive it off. Don't hit the bales. Okay. But yeah, I want to have these down here because we're not using them right now anyway. I just want to have these down here and ready to pull over there and get started with them as soon as possible. So, pretty realistic expectation here of getting these things in place. There we go. Park them up like that. And then we can go back over here. Well, I don't know. Let's go ahead and finish up the manure, I think. I say finish it up. We'll use whatever's in the trailer today. And then we will, tomorrow we'll come back and work on this some more. Something else I gave up on Farm Sim 2 was trying to rush and get everything done in a day. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense at all. So, now I take my time. I get done what I can get done, and I don't stress about it. I ain't stressing about it. You didn't put straps on the cigarette? I did. Yeah, I just did it from in the cab. I used the wireless straps. That's all. Yeah, we do need to get a manure pit down here, but again, I can't really do anything until we get our soybeans sold in June. I'm pretty strapped for cash if you can't tell, so I can't really do anything until June, and I don't even need to be hiring workers to do any of this stuff right here. I can do this myself. How's FSN coming? Should be ready to harvest on Wednesday or Thursday. The oats. I've already sprayed them with weeds. I did that. I went ahead and leased the thing. I'm going to have to take out another $5,000 loan just to be able to lease the harvester. So I'm not really gaining any ground on the FSN. I think I'm going to switch my entire plan, equipment and everything. I may sell my tractor and all. I may switch everything up. I'm just too far in debt. And my field's too small. I'm not making any money. So if we had 2 fields or we had a bigger field, it'd probably be okay. But I'm just not making any money. So, taxes are coming up too on the FSN, so I'm going to be in bad shape, I think. Yeah, we're definitely going to run out of manure for sure. The good thing is, I got a whole pit full of this stuff. Just had to go get it. Matter of fact, if I brought the slurry tank down here, we could probably sling some slurry on this field. Because I got slurry on this down here at this cow shed, so we might do that too. This is going to work great for grass though, because I don't have to use granule fertilizer at all. So this is all natural grass. We grow it, we feed it to them, they give it back to us, and we put it on the field as fertilizer. How you like that? Like that's the way it should be. That's a good sign. You think it's faster, Crook, just to hook them to a tractor and drive them down there? It may be. It may be.
That's a new follower.
Mr. McCall, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Welcome. Yeah, we may bring the slurry spreader back because we got slurry in here. We may do that from now on instead of bringing the manure spreader down here. Until we get a manure pit, of course. After we get a manure pit, we're good. But I think for right now, we made that somehow. I don't know how. I know I'm hitting you with manure. My apologies. My apologies. They were not happy about that, were they? He said, no. My fault. That's my bad. I'm trying to get it all, but get straightened back out on the field too. Now we're using it up. There we go. All right, let's head back down to the other end. And we've only got that little bit to go. This actually went a lot further than I thought it would, but to be fair, Jimmy was running and getting it from the manure shed when he ran out. I'm gonna say he probably emptied twice right there. That's okay. That's fine. That's fine. We'll work on some more of this tomorrow. Wednesday, I'm not gonna be here. We got appointments to get to in the afternoon, so no stream for Wednesday this week. Sadly, I wanted to get one every day this week, but it is what it is. we got what we got. So only got so much time in a day, you know. But yeah, I think tomorrow we will finish moving that stuff down here. And then other than feeding the cows, I think we'll be done with pretty much everything after we get that manure or slurry, whatever we end up doing on this end. Probably keep the slurry spreader down here and just use that on the grass field. It didn't seem to work well over the crops. But we'll try it over the grass field and see if it works. But we'll work on that tomorrow. We'll probably skip a few days and then sell some soybeans tomorrow. So we'll get to June, at least June tomorrow, and then Thursday we may be harvesting kern, which I'm just gonna be honest with you. We did one field of corn for chaff, and it took me 2 streams to do, and it was this little field coming up on my left right here. Now we have this field and this over here too. This took me 2 streams, and now we have all this to do too. So it's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a minute to do, like a long minute. So yeah, I think follow me may be in play, and we'll just attach Dean to John's side and let him go. That may be the smartest way. I just don't know what I'm doing with the chaff. Well, I will have the, never mind, I'll have the silage clamps by then. So yeah, we're good, never mind. Yeah, we'll have the silage clamps at that point, so that's fine. Yeah, I think we're gonna park this guy back over here next to the manure stall, and then just take the slurry spreader down the other end. I know we're not producing the amount of slurry we're producing on this end, which is fine, it's not a big deal. I really don't care, we'll have plenty. We're also, FarmFlex Building Co. is supposed to be coming and picking up this, all these cinder blocks and stuff and moving this for us. They're going to move this silage pit somehow. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they're supposed to be coming and moving this down to the other end, and then we're buying another one from them is the reason they're doing it at kind of a discount. So it'd be good. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you for the raid there, Virtual Farmer. Much appreciated. I'm going to go check and see if there's anybody that we can raid over here. Anybody? If you're watching later on YouTube, I appreciate you, and I will catch you in the next one. Have a good morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are. Don't forget to check the links down below. Go check out Virtual Farmer here on YouTube and Twitch. I appreciate you. I'll see you later, folks.